Well, the AGM is definitely was a big topic at our board of directors meeting. One of the things that came up that many directors mentioned was it was surprising to see how emotional an AGM was. The directors spent a lot of time and various different directors, because of course we went through two boards, to consider the governance model and how we want to shape the board. So one of the big things whenever you put a decision forward to a group of people is the fear factor. If it's working so well, why are we changing? What am I losing by making this change? The board of directors fears that we don't want to fall behind. We still want to be nimble in our decision making. We want to make better changes. The governance changes was really to add a few different players and a few different pieces to engage a better decision making process. So it's about finding the best members we have in our organization at the real estate board who are going to become directors. How do we get external people in who can fill gaps and add a greater scope? How do we create better conversation at the table by having slightly less people but more engagement and building a better leadership core? How do we create better succession planning that as those people serve, we have great people behind them to serve? I was just at GL Days and I was talking to Christy Clark, and she said to me, "Tell me about realtors in the province." Well, realtors in the province are doing $46 billion in trade. That's a lot of people that you touch, a lot of families that you touch. It's a major contributor to the economic growth. It has implications on health. It has implications on green aspects, energy, infrastructure. So many things that we touch. So if our organization is pivotal as a part of that process, we've been around 93 years. What does the next 93 years look like, or the next 100? And if you're going to set up that continuum and you're thinking 100 years out, what is the process you would create that would allow you to constantly get better, constantly change over a very large, long scope of time? The other part that was interesting that we had talked about was getting more participation from our board to reflect the membership that we have. We want to engage brokers better. We want to engage realtors better, divisions better. How do we just get that engagement level up and create something that's valuable for members to come to? Because in fact, when you look at all the linking sessions that we had speaking about this, our attendance at all of the different linking sessions combined was greater than the AGM where the decision was actually made. And so we started to talk about what else could we do at the AGM. Is it possible for us to perhaps have some entertainment at the AGM? Is it possible for us to have education at the AGM? Could we have a great speaker? Could we even make it so that the education would be credited, giving PDP credits for it? And so a number of these ideas were batted around, and we've gone back now to staff to have some more of that research done. And hopefully we can engage in a different or a better discussion with members this year to find out if we even will bring these back, because that's not for sure, and how we would bring them back, and maybe to deal with some of those fears that are out there and develop that into a better conversation that we can going forward to the next AGM.